Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest moderator, Kevin Paloe, and our guests tonight, actors Miles Teller, Skylar Astin, and Justin Chon.
There we go. There's the theatrics.
You get sit in the middle. Cool, we get our own
What's
mics.
up, dude? It's a sweet
You
dog.
each get a mic.
What
You
up?
each get a mic.
Oh, this is really loud.
It's great to have the cast of 21 and over here.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask these guys a few questions. We're going to show some clips, and then we're going to open it up to an audience Q&A. You guys, I can only assume that there was a certain level of method acting on the set of this movie. How intoxicated were you during the production of 21 and over?
During the filming, absolutely no part of it.
Yeah.
Because that's unprofessional, man.
Yeah, man, are you trying to get us fired?
I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis does it.
There's a little...
Yeah,
complains
well,
about
I was
that.
making people call me Mr. President on set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wore a top hat, tried to free slavery.
It's too hard trying to keep a buzz going for 12 to 14 hours a day. For 2 months, you'll die.
It's true.
So.
Yeah.
Well, no, but seriously, what is the vibe like on a party-fueled comedy like 21 and
Yeah,
over?
I mean,
Some
I think
morose.
I think you're kind of obligated to not only your castmates, but, you know, everybody involved to keep the energy up. Because it's a lot of work moving cameras, doing all that stuff. We do a lot of night shoots. So as an actor, especially when it all takes place in one night, you have to come into it just like go. And you have to be on, and you got to have a lot of energy. And I think, you know, if we were to show up kind of tired, we set the pace for, you know, for the shoot. The directors, they can add some energy, this and that. But really, it's our job to, you know, to keep everything up.
So was there much debauchery behind the scenes then at night during the production?
Oh, afterward, yeah.
What were the crazy pranks?
Justin, I heard that you had.
Justin,
I heard
I put a
specifically that you
rubber
had some,
chicken in his trailer.
hilarious.
I heard Justin had some stories.
Oh, like what?
I was told to ask.
Oh, I have many stories.
Justin missed our first rehearsal for this movie because he was passed out naked next to his hotel room, next to his bed on the hotel room floor. And that's how we started off production.
That's how I started the movie.
Which is unprofessional for all filmmakers out there, but
Yeah.
you know, makes for good chemistry.
I woke up, they woke me up. It was supposed to be at 9. I woke up at 9:30, and they're like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I thought it was at 10." And then I walked in, and the directors were laughing. And I was like,
you reeked of alcohol.
yeah. I was trying to be all professional, like trying to concentrate.
You're like, ooh, in my calendar that I saved on my iCal, I thought it was 10. They're
didn't
all
get
like,
that alarm.
no, you slept through it. Stop pretending.
You guys, all three of you, show some skin in this movie, both above and below the waist.
Oh, you guys don't have to applaud that. That's ridiculous.
I mean,
Come on. And is there for any of you, is there a moment of hesitation there? You know that people are going to be, once this movie comes out on DVD, people are going to be screenshotting certain scenes. Any hesitation to that?
I mean, when I first got the movie, I think maybe it was like we were 7 weeks out, so I just committed to working out for 7 weeks, and I think the end product is pretty good. It's like, you know, I only have like 4 abs, but the bottom ones are so hard to get. You're never
Guys,
gonna
the
get
movie
those.
comes out in under 3 hours here.
Yeah.
If you want to see me naked 30 feet high in the air, I highly recommend going to your nearest Cineplex, Duplex, or Oneplex, checking out the flick,
Checking out the
movie, and, you know, I'm on Twitter. You guys let me know. Give me feedback, positive or negative. I'm down to change for you guys.
Hashtag 21 and over. That's right. The 21 and over does open not midnight, 10 p.m. tonight. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to check it out, let's roll a clip from the movie.
Why not?
Why not?
This movie has so far it's drawn a lot of comparisons, mostly from people who probably have not seen it, to The Hangover, which is unsurprising given that it is directed by a couple of the co-writers from The Hangover. Is this a comparison that you guys embrace, or you want to shy away
I
from?
thought that when I first saw The Hangover, before you knew what it was about or anything, I thought The Hangover was one of the funniest movies I'd ever seen. Like old school, you know, The Hangover. So yeah, so I think it's a great comparison. We're doing different stuff with it, you know. We're doing our own thing.
So yeah, I mean, listen, it is Hangover-ish. I will, of course, welcome that comparison with open arms. But you know, what's cool about this is there have been college movies before, there have been Hangover movies, there have been road trip movies, but now it's the movie about the milestone of turning 21. And I
love
actually
when you use my name in words.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's the Miles tone.
Yeah.
Of
There was like a very
the
Miles tone in our film.
no, I would say
which
it's closer
like.
to Superbad, honestly.
Yeah, that's.
It's you know, it's more about the friendship and stuff.
What's up? Not the Avengers. You're right. I think there's also a little bit of Harold and Kumar in it as well.
Yeah.
One crazy night gets out of hand.
Well, and
Little
come
Weekend
this,
at Bernie's.
come this summer, the
very
Hangover
like-
will complete its trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys see this turning into a franchise? Is there going to be 21 and over part 2?
I would love for that to happen because I need the money.
Yeah.
Justin wants to buy a speedboat. So
wanna buy a
if you
speedboat,
guys
so-
really want to see this movie and then see another one, that would be great for Justin. He really needs it. He's
I
got
need
a lot
it, man.
of debt.
I need it.
I would do it for free. Don't tell my agents. But
This is being recorded.
Yeah, this is all-
Oh,
yeah, it's all
cool.
being
This is off the
recorded,
record, right? We're just talking with people watching and at-home listeners. I just think I had such a blast, and I trust John and Scott with anything. I think they're the funniest writers out there. So I would love to do another movie, and if it's a sequel, that'd be great. If they want to, I mean,
But usually sequels are so bad. You know what I mean? It would all depend. Honestly, contractually,
Godfather
if
2
they wanted to
sucked,
make a
right?
sequel, we would have to make a sequel to this. So. But I think we all had a good time on this first one and would enjoy
Yeah.
it. So next question.
well, you know what? Also,
Yeah.
again, no, because I'm gonna not let you bail out of this one. I think that we kind of talked about this on set a little bit. That there's been great people like the Judd Apatows of the world and the Todd Phillips of the world, where they kind of recycle a lot of the same actors. You got Paul Rudd and Seth Rogen and Jason Segel and all those great people. And we were talking about if
Stop
it's not a sequel,
comparing yourself to
I
Paul
just
Rudd
think
all the
that we
time. He's
have
got
a
pictures
thing.
of Paul
It's like a
Rudd
common
in his dressing
thread.
room, and he says, "You're Skylar Rudd. You're the next. Like you're just as funny. You're just as attractive."
Yeah.
It's a bit of a complex.
I have a movie coming out called This Is 25. I'm really excited about. But no, we were talking about what that is to be in that ensemble, that those guys, and I would love to work with these guys on another movie. If it's a sequel, great. If it's not, a bunch of young doctors, you know what I mean? Maybe like ER the movie.
Yeah.
I'll do with them.
Okay. As you mentioned, the movie's all about celebrating the milestone of turning 21. Can you guys tell us what you did to celebrate your 21st birthdays?
Well, I was studying abroad in South Korea, and I went out with some friends, and I woke up propped up against a pharmacy door in the morning, and my shirt started off white, ended up black, and I woke up because it was raining. Very depressing, sorry. Yeah.
For my 21st birthday, I was in New York. I was a junior at NYU. I come from, what up? Yeah, Tish. So, but I grew up in a really small town. Actually, somebody in this audience went to high school with me. It's a really small country town. And so 7 of my best friends flew up to New York. Most of them had never been on a plane. They had never seen snow. And my mom made a bunch of
You grew up with hermits.
Yeah, my mom made a bunch of bright green T-shirts with my face on them, and made us all wear them. And yeah, we just wore the shirts and bar hopped around New York, and it was pretty funny.
They were getting confused for Price is Right audience members.
They just did, they thought we were in a band or something. They didn't know what was going on.
What kind of
But it's
band
great
puts
T-shirts,
faces on T-shirts? I had a rooftop party.
I thought it was a boats and hose party.
It was a boats and hose party with the cast
Yeah.
of Spring Awakening.
Yeah, that's how I imagine it
yeah,
when I
well,
think of your
you-
21st birthday.
My party wasn't that great, honestly. It was fun. I had other great times. My brother just turned 21, and I took him to Vegas, and we played chess and made paninis. It was fun.
Awesome. We're at the Apple Store, so I have to ask you guys what is currently on your iPods.
I'm really into the XX and Purity Ring right now, just bath time music. Really into baths too. Yeah. You guys tried the
Shout out
iPod?
to
Nice.
baths.
Baths.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
baths aren't really talked about enough.
yeah,
these
they're
days.
really not.
Yeah.
Baths?
It's just all about showers.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Shower
Bubble
that.
Bubble
It's like,
baths,
what about a
especially.
nice
I want to get
Bubble
clean, but I
baths.
want to
Yeah,
stand.
exactly.
I'm like, no, man.
Yeah, I want to lay down in this water.
Yeah.
I wish I could
I love baths.
Collect
collect it
some
all
Ray
in a
LaMontagne, drink a
device
glass
and
of
then
red,
wash
you know?
myself in it. I get pruny though.
It's good circulation, helps your circulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Okay,
gonna
where
roll
are we?
another
What's
clip,
up?
and then we're gonna open it up to you guys for some questions. You can ask about baths. You can ask about anything you would like after this clip. All right, who's got a question?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I have a Klondike bar in my pocket right now, Skylar.
Oh, I thought you were just happy to see me.
Oh,
Little Klondike joke for
little
you guys.
Klondike
Little
joke
peppermint
there.
joke.
Little dessert joke.
What about you, Justin?
Strap
would-
a
what
bear
would
to
you
my
do?
penis and run naked in the streets, and then take a shit in a drawer.
And there it is.
All right.
Boom.
This question's for Skylar.
What's up,
how
dude?
did you develop the voice for Roy and Wreck-It Ralph?
Oh, that's actually a great question. When I did record, I was working on that film actually for a couple of years. I was doing the scratch recording. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's before the actors come in. I created it with the director Rich Moore. So I've said like every line in that movie several times, several different voices. So Roy was just one of them, and it started off very like Matthew Broderick in The Producers, like kind of nebbishy. And then they showed me a picture, and it was like a way older dude than like the next week. So I just kind of aged it up and gave him a little cold.
Can you do a little bit of it?
No, bro.
Oh, okay.
Gotta
Come
see
on.
the movie.
Come on.
It's out on Blu-ray.
Copyrighted.
Out on Tuesday.
It's
I
actually
believe.
it's out on Tuesday. Wreck-It Ralph. I get some money from that.
Gets
If it does
residuals.
well. Yeah.
Robbed at the Oscars, by the way. Wreck-It Ralph.
Totally robbed.
Should have beat Brave.
But
It wasn't
yeah,
a very
was
it wasn't a very
awesome.
brave decision.
Yeah, it wasn't brave at all.
Brave was good,
Little
It
best
was
animated
good. It was
picture,
no
dude.
Wreck-It Ralph.
but I cried at the end of Wreck-It Ralph
Me too.
because I was in it. No, I'm kidding. It was really cute.
Okay, can you guys show us your best dance moves?
Oh my god, I thought you said show us your butts.
No, I was like, what? Whoa. We're in public right now.
Hey, could you guys show us your butts,
Best-
please?
best
I'm
dance
gonna do
moves?
my best sitting down.
I feel like I did most of my best dance moves last night, and that's why
Me too.
I'm a little.
That's
right
really
on.
disgusting
Yeah,
to say
you're
in a
right.
public setting. I'm gonna give you my best seated
you
bicycle
go.
moment. This takes a lot of core work. A lot of
Yeah.
core work. I'm gonna stop.
Look how fast my feet can go. It's really fast.
Miles, top that, bro.
I mean, oh.
Hey.
Hey, 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 hey.
Come on.
Oh.
Yes,
Sometimes
give it up
all-
for
Wow,
that.
wild.
Give it up for Miles.
Even when you're tired, it's like all you need is a beat,
know
and
what
then
I
your
mean?
body's telling you yes when your mind's telling you no.
Nice beatbox,
So there
by
we
the
go.
way.
That was
Nice
actually really
beatbox.
good.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at
You
it.
were almost in Pitch Perfect, right, for beatboxing?
I was in Pitch Perfect for
for like 2 days, and then he left.
and then I left. It's not a joke, actually.
That's a true story.
That's a true story. Justin got fired from Pitch Perfect.
If you watch the behind the scenes, I'm in like one of the behind the scenes. sections.
You're like bearded. A lot of beatboxing jokes there for you guys.
Nice.
All right.
I have a question for Skylar.
Hi, sweetheart.
What were the goals you set in order to become a well-known actor?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, I don't know. I never really limited myself to anything. I never imagined I'd be in this stage of my career at this point, this young, and I just tried to do whatever excited me. And if I came across a role that I just couldn't imagine anyone else doing, I wanted to do anything I could to get that role. I was told a lot in my training in college that you might not work till you're 40 or whatever. You're not going to come into your own. So I kind of just wanted to prove that theory wrong. And you know what? Like, I can't take any credit. I mean, there's so much magic that goes into getting these kinds of jobs. Like, being in the right place in the right time really contributes to that. And I still don't really consider myself a well-known actor, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm curious,
Thanks,
what
man.
was your audition and casting process like to get the roles?
Yeah, well, I was supposed to read for the part of Casey. Like, that's the part they expected me to go in for because the breakdown was this is the leading man. He's very attractive. The Miller type was written as, like, maybe overweight, kind of chubby, the comedic relief. Right. And I just read the movie and I was like, dude, I want to read Miller. Actually, I am your Miller. And I walked in there wearing, like, a tie-dye Grateful Dead shirt because Miller was, like, a Fish fan. There was an early version. It's really funny. But yeah, so then I got Miller, and then I read with a couple different Caseys, went to Florida for like a week, and then by the time I got back, Skylar was like their choice. Read with Skylar, just did a bunch of improv and stuff, and then we held Jeff Chang in our arms, and that was really it. He was the only
felt so
Jeff
right.
Chang we read
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
It felt really right.
But
when
also
we
they
held
said
him.
like everybody that I read with, I just kind of like steamrolled, and Skylar just from like very good theater training and some improv background is very good at ad-libbing, and it just
Undercutting you.
meshed. It just meshed. It's like two puzzle pieces. Don't kiss.
You're gonna have to see the movie.
Giving you a compliment. You don't have to kiss me every time I compliment you.
Sorry, dude. I'm a really kissy
Such a good dancer.
kiss.
All right, this question is for all of you guys. How closely related do you think
all your roles were to your personal life, like how you are as your own character?
Miles ran over a kid, so that was actually
So
what
that
made
was
him
just-
get rabbit
yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
What do you think, Miller, Miles?
I think absolutely you need to be able to relate to your character, and I think that comes from a point of personal experience. I don't know. You want to play diverse stuff. Miller, he's cool. He's pretty funny, but he doesn't really go to college and doesn't really have much ambition, which is not something I don't know, did in my own life. But all my characters, man, there's something that I can relate to. I don't walk around in cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, but I grew up in like a small country town and like cleaned up, cow crap for a while. So
Right. Well, every role I've ever played, I've done an American accent, which I thought that was interesting. Being from England, want to pick up some of the American intricacies, because you guys always say like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a cheeseburger," which I think is really interesting.
you need work on your American accent,
yeah.
actually, a little bit right there.
Right. Thank you.
I don't know if you guys. Well, you guys will watch the movie, but yeah, in the movie, Jeff has a really overbearing dad, and that's something that I didn't really have growing up. My parents are pretty lax, so in that way, not really similar. I didn't have that pressure that Jeff Chang has, but the drinking part is very similar to my life.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something he holds like near and dear. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Who is one actor that you would all like to work with at some point in your career? And I love you
Anna
guys.
Kendrick, I'd say.
Oh my God,
You
we
know?
all
Anna
worked
Kendrick,
with her.
yeah.
All right,
Crazy.
so we're done.
Yeah, we
6
all
degrees
worked
of
with
Anna
Anna.
Kendrick right
Yeah.
there. I think Daniel Day-Lewis,
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, Tom Hanks, Ryan Gosling is pretty awesome right now.
Cool.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's really good too.
Yeah, it's a nice little transition.
Yeah, it's a nice little transition from Third Rock from the Sun and all that stuff. 500 Days of Summer is really good.
So 21 and over joke. You guys will get that when you see the movie.
Amy
Yeah, all
Adams.
those people. I would. Amy Adams is one of
Yeah,
my
she's
favorite
really
out
good.
there. Daniel Day-Lewis has always been my all-time favorite. I would be a little intimidated to work with him, to be honest. I would do my best to keep up and keep out of his way.
I wanna work with Crispin Glover. I think he's really quirky
You
and
mean
weird.
Chris
You
McLovin?
have this thing for
Crispin
Crispin
Glover. Back to the Future, the dad,
course,
man.
dude.
Why?
I've actually heard you say that multiple times.
Yeah.
you like
Yeah,
him.
he's
He's
great. Chris
eccentric
Cooper
like
is
you.
really good.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to ask, how did for the three actors, I want to ask, how did you become actors, and did it change your life in some way?
100%. I mean, I would not. Yeah. I became an actor because my mom, who's sitting right there, bribed me into auditioning for my first community play. And I was resistant at first, and then I fell in love with it, and it's gotten me here. I don't know what I'd be doing if I wasn't an actor. It's one of those things where I got like bitten by the bug early, and then yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Bitten by the bug and you weren't allergic.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? I did, when I was in like second grade, the high school did like Oliver Twist, and I played one of Fagin's gang's pickpockets kind of thing. And then I really just left drama. I never acted up until my sophomore year of high school. We got a hot drama teacher, Miss Beatty, because this will be seen by somebody at some point. And it was actually Footloose. I did my first play and just like loved it. And then my junior year, I was doing all kinds of plays. Jesse, actually sitting in here, he was a big-time director at our school and did a lot of short films and actually introduced me to film acting, more or less, and gave me a good opportunity. And yeah, my senior year of high school was drama club president and auditioned for NYU, went to NYU, and yeah, man, I feel very lucky. Most people don't enjoy their jobs, and especially to be able to do something that's artistically satisfying and yeah, it's really
Pays your
being on
rent.
set is the best time. We don't like watching ourselves. That's actually really uncomfortable, even if it's in just this little format. It's not enjoyable. But when you're working on a set and working with great actors and just having moments with people on a set, that's really rewarding.
I have a question for Skylar. Do you sing in 21 and over?
He was on Broadway. He was on Spring Awakening.
Oh, I know, but and
Don't-
also
Wow.
She's like,
Wow, that's
I
so
know.
mean.
And he was also in Timmy the Great
I
when he
mean-
was 15. So
and if wait, did you sing?
in 21 and over, nothing that made it to the film, but there is an entire reel of footage of Miles and I singing.
No, in Pitch Perfect, did you sing?
Oh, in Pitch Perfect did I sing? No, dude. I heard
No,
the
in
question
21
right.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Why don't you listen when it's for Miles questions?
Oh,
No, I got it. Yeah. Unfortunately, no. But I think on the DVD they could probably cut a whole video of Miles and I. We sang so much.
Trouble, 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 trouble. Trouble's been dogging me since the day I was born.
We'll work on it.
I was born by the river.
We used to sing. Well, this was our favorite. John and I wanted us. There's a lot of the golf cart when we're driving him around in the golf cart. You'll see when you see the movie, and you guys will check it out. But they wanted just a bunch of random stuff of us just kind of singing, and because that's what we do when we're like hanging out. So we had all this like swing low, sweet chariot, come forward, carry me home. Swing low, Jeff Chang in a basket, gonna get you home. Bum, bum. Yeah.
Oh, can you like?
So that's that'll be on the DVD.
Can you sing Starships from Nicki Minaj? Because I know that from Pitch Perfect you did that a cappella thing with
Yeah.
Let's make it viral. Let's go viral
Let's go
right here.
viral.
Sing that stuff.
Well, fortunately, if you go
Sing
on the
that
old
business.
YouTube, there's a great video of Mike Tompkins and the entire cast of Pitch Perfect singing Starships.
We've been doing a lot of press, honestly. We've been out drinking. It wouldn't sound as good.
Yeah.
He probably couldn't even sing it right now, honestly. I bet he couldn't. His voice probably just can't do it.
Starships were meant to fly. Hands up and touch the sky. So yeah, I'm a little rusty, if you can't tell.
Yeah, it's not bad though. Still
Thanks,
pretty
man.
good.
Pretty good.
I'm reaching. I'm trying.
Keep
like
trying. Keep reaching for the stars and the
Let's
moon
go.
in the sky.
Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the
24601.
They're like, and guys, like, keep it brief.
Empty chairs and empty tables.
Us keep it brief, not you guys keep it brief.
Okay.
I like her. I like her.
What was your favorite scene to film in the movie?
Probably the gorge. At the end
Gorge was a
of
lot
the
of
movie,
fun, yeah.
like we actually shot at a rave, like a rave that was actually happening called Identity Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much they just put the cameras on us and we just got to party. It's pretty awesome.
We had to use real ravers for extras, so we just gathered a bunch of people in cool outfits, like fur people and stuff. And every time they said, we'd be about to do the scene, and they would say rolling, and everyone just be like, oh man.
They're
Us
like, we
too.
are rolling too.
We're like,
man.
no, we're shooting a film. You are rolling on ecstasy.
I was working, I was like standing next to this dude jumping around for like hours, having ADs, which is like assistant directors, like pointing the cameras at us, just like directing us to do more or less, this and that. Turns to me like 3 hours into production. He's like, hey man, what's going on? I was like, hey, you're in a movie right now. He's like, are you?
They signed something.
He's like, so you guys musicians or like, what do you do? I'm like, dude, we're all acting in a movie right now. He started crying. He was so happy. He's like, I'm going to be in a movie.
Well, because they had to sign something saying that they would be there for like 12 hours. By the end of it, they're just like, we're just going to go home. We're like coming down. And it's not fun anymore.
Miles, I think you made out with a few of those extras, if I can recall correctly.
You did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude,
They had a good fest.
I met one of the guys. I met the one girl's boyfriend on another shoot. He was like a PA. He was like, hey, man, you made out with my girlfriend. I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, it's acting, man. It's Hollywood.
It's
Dude, that is
last
the
question.
cutest
Last
dog.
question.
God,
so
that is the coolest dog.
make it a good one.
Be cooler
Last
if he was
question.
a
No
Phillies
pressure.
fan.
Don't ask us what we did on our 21st birthday.
No, I already did that.
Not
no.
that was a bad question. It just happens all the time.
Throughout the process, how much input did you guys have? Like, as actors, how much did you get to, like, how much say did you have?
A lot. Like during our first rehearsals, they actually sat us down and asked us if, about the script, what we thought about it, if there's any input straight from the beginning. And, a lot of these guys improv, and, I'm passed out half the movie, but John and Scott are just so great with us, just allowed us to really just play on our strengths. So I think it's pretty evident in the movie. What are you guys talking about?
I just said don't lean in the chair.
Oh, why?
It's,
Because I was leaning.
No.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go.
Okay.
No, you go.
You go.
Okay, sweet. So we would you do one take on book-ish, and then we would loosen it up, and then by the end of it, we could pretty much just do. Did she leave? Did the girl leave who asked the question? Oh my God, sorry. Didn't see you there. But no, there's a good amount of ad-libbing, and I can tell you I've done a decent amount of comedies at this point, and that's not always the case. Like, you just trust that. You hope, if you're going to do a comedy, man, make sure the director is funnier than you, because if not, like, you're trusting their sense of humor, because once you leave as an actor, you have no control over what ends up in that thing, and it's all the editor and the director's going to be in there with them, so just work with really funny people, make sure they're funnier than you. And yeah, but we had a lot of that stuff's ad lib.
Yeah, and it makes it really easy when like the words on the page are already fantastic. So you know, when in doubt, if you're taking a risk and you're trying to come up with a fun improv, when in doubt, you could just rely on the great words that are already there and the great comic timing that they've already provided in their writing. So that made it really great and freeing. And I actually have to say one of my favorite times on set was you doing your run when you're outside with the bear.
Oh yeah.
Actually, you had me leave. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, because I was laughing so hard. He's like, dude, the camera was completely not on me, but I was just there for like an eye line. He's like, dude, Skylar, get out of the way. You're literally like, I can't take you seriously if you're cracking up at me the whole time. That was one of the funniest moments ever. Yeah, we could have ended on Miles's comment. That had like a nice closure, like a nice ending there, and now mine's just trailing.
All right, well, thank you, Justin. Thank you, Skylar.
Thank you,
Miles.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
so
for
much
being
fun.
on today. Great
Yeah.
questions. 21 and over.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's
10
out in
p.m.
3
tonight.
hours.
10 p.m. tonight. Check it out.
2 hours now.
It is hilarious.